everybody, it's the Lotto King. I'm in my bed right now. Can you hear the crickets out there? Yeah. I thought this would be a good place to start this video. I don't know if it'll finish it here, but it's kind of symbolic too that I'm filming this from my bed right now. So I'm making this video mainly to talk about online casinos in Pennsylvania. We've now had them for over 2 years. It's been 2 years and a couple months actually. And my thoughts in the past 2 years on online casinos, coming from someone who was always a casino gambler, a lottery player, Pennsylvania skills, which again, Pennsylvania skills, my nearest Pennsylvania skills are literally right down the block. Keep that in mind. You know, when I say these things, that lottery tickets are right down the block. You know, there was always something, but it was right down the block. There's a difference from right down the block than in my bed. Yeah. So, but from the beginning, online casinos came. They came, I'm like, oh, this is awesome, this is cool. I'm like, I can gamble right from the comfort of my own home. This is awesome. And at first it was Hollywood Casino was one of the very first casinos that opened up, the online casino. I created an account with them, and I started dabbling, playing all of the games. I started mainly playing low bets. I'm like, all right, that's cool. I can just dabble a little 20, 30 cents a spin. Okay. And then a lot of you have been following me, probably know where this is going. The 100,000 pyramid. The 100,000 pyramid turned out to be my game of crack when it comes to the online casinos. What's up, Ollie? I have Ollie here too, which is kind of symbolic. What's up, buddy? Because Ollie would be here as well for some of these sessions. So the 100,000 pyramid, and again, I would start out low, but then I'm like, oh shoot, I can play $3 a spin. $3 a spin, I would hit bonuses for $600-$700. And, my biggest was the one weekend where I made close to $4,000. One, which was a taxable jackpot, I think of $1,300, I think. So, which I had to pay taxes on that. So yeah, and then I was hooked. At that point, I was hooked. And I'm also hooked up to my bank account. Direct access to my bank account, which at the beginning, there was limits on the amount of money that you could put into the online casino. There's like a payment processor, and let's just say the more you deposit, the more successful deposits where you make a deposit, it doesn't bounce or anything like that, the more money they were giving me. So, and I think the highest I ever got was close to, $5,000. Now, when I say $5,000, I think it was $5,000 a week. So it was like every week they would reset after, depending on when you made deposits. And yeah, many times I would max out those deposits. So needless to say, at the beginning I was winning. A lot of you remember I bought a $1,800 Apple iMac from that weekend of Pyramid of $4,000. I paid cash for an $1,800 iMac, which was awesome. Like, I got something cool with it, and at the end of the day it was a tax write-off at the channel. And yeah, so with that in mind, then I kind of I did online casino for my channel. I would do live streams of the online casino. It was kind of fun, and it was kind of fun, but even that got expensive. When you would just lose $50 to $100 a night. Okay, that adds up. And then I guess we'll just keep talking here. I'm just gonna talk here. I'm comfortable, but the 100,000 pyramid became like literally when I want to say my crack, and really I want to say probably my downfall to the online casinos. Why I am here today, even making this video, because in the past 2 years, You know, 2019, was what it was. But 2021 with the pandemic and, being crumped up at home, that wasn't good either for me. That was that was no good. And there were just times, and again, while I'm in my bed, there were nights, and I'll describe these nights to you, where I would get started with 100,000 pyramid on $3 a spin. I'd put in $100. Now, I can tell you, if it's not hitting, you will blow $100 in like 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And then it's another $100 and another $100, and you might get a bonus, but I'm still not even yet. So, and then another $100 and another $100, and like, it was like sick, where to the point I would be laying in bed and I would just be like I would literally try to catch sleep, but at the same time I was also, I was trying to sleep, but I was also gambling, and at that point, feed your gambling addiction, because it is an addiction at that point. I'm not even going to deny and say it was an addiction. Was it a problem? Again, I always define problem by, are you paying your bills? And I will put a borderline problem, not that I wasn't paying my bills so much, but like what I could have done with that money, because I think at the beginning when they were paying really good, that went way downhill. And, and I've talked before about, I have these things that say, oh, the 100,000 pyramids pre-programmed. And I know that's lies. I'm like, why do I even speak of that? A lot of people called me out for that, because it is a random number generator. It has to be. It's regulated by the Gaming Commission. But I've had my runs, but those nights and then you lose $1,000. I mean, every night that I'd lose $1,000, and you go to bed and you wake up Friday night, you wake up Saturday. Sorry, my phone died. I need to go back to online casino and win some money back to get a new phone with more space. But anyway, where was I going with that? I was going with, hey, check out my Virginia Lurker, if you're watching, I got your pillow here. I love that pillow. But anyway, so you lose $1,000 on a Friday night, then you wake up Saturday. Oh my gosh, I've lost money in a casino. You feel like crap, but at home, that's like a full nother feeling. Just like winning big. It's just a weird feeling. And then there you are, and then you almost feel like you need to go chase to win your money back. There's another story. I'll tell that one right after this. But I wanted to go with the, like I said before, like the PA skills and the lottery tickets are just down the block. That's far enough. When it's direct connection to your bank account and easy, oof. It was just not pretty, I just didn't like it. I really didn't like it, but I liked the game, yeah, because I was like addicted to the game because of the big wins, but those big wins never came again. Not like they did in the beginning, which again, I'm fairly certain they were in a honeymoon mode to get you hooked. So where I was going with another, when I was actually on a work trip and I was at a hotel, and I started on 100,000 pyramid, and it literally was almost like the run that I would have here at home. But like, I remember I was up until like 2 a.m., and I had to be up at 7, I think, for breakfast. I got up, but I was up until 2 a.m. gambling. I think I lost $700. It was like a $700, but that was a long time. I think I actually got some bonuses, but I lost $700. I got up the next morning getting ready to go get ready for breakfast. I had made another deposit of $100, and boom, bam, boom, I won $900, I think. So not only I got all my money back plus a little bit more, and it was just like, it was like sessions like that. They're like, okay, I can go back in again, and like, oh, and then it just like. And then, like, it just took away from things that I used to enjoy. Like, I'd have to, like, sit and keep playing. But no, I should go out and do something. And that, like, GA, I think it says, like, does gambling take away from things you otherwise would enjoy? Yeah. So that's why I said it was, like, borderline almost problem when you follow those. But in a weird, sick way, I enjoy doing it, But this is something that I don't think I ever told anybody. There was at one time I did a book of lottery tickets here on the channel. I actually had my laptop on to the side with 100,000 pyramid doing auto spins while I was scratching the book. Problem, someone called the GA hotline. At least call the GA hotline for me like a year and a half, 2 years ago. At least, because, I'm in a better place now. I'll just say that. We're going to eventually get to that. But, yeah, just like, and then, like, I think then we should touch on, like, again, it's just the convenience, and it's just, like, right there, and they're like, like, it's just, when I sit back and think of these things, I'm just, like, disgusted, like, that I actually, like, and just the feelings that you would get from it. But yeah, mainly it would just mainly leave you feeling disgusted. Like, what could I have done with my time other than sit here and try to win money and probably lose money? Because you surely lost more than you won. But, based off of, like, brick and mortar casinos, I would say at times you could probably win more than that. But again, there's brick and mortar. I gotta travel to brick and mortar. My nearest casino is like an hour and a half away, which is a good thing. Again, I'm not here laying in bed and gambling. There's a difference. That's how I look at that too. Like, the separation. But 2020 with the pandemic, it kind of got me back into playing a lot more because, again, I was at home a lot. It was just something to do. But I did there was about 3 months in the spring where I didn't do any online gambling other than when I played for the channel, and I really actually enjoyed those 3 months. But then something clicked, and I kind of got back into it. But in 2021, I can't count on my hand. I got 5 fingers the times that I've actually played $3 pyramid. I really can't. I can tell you the one time that I did, I know I won. I think I won close to $900. It was awesome, but it's those $900 wins that kind of get you hooked back in. And then I think probably if I did 5 times, the other 4 I knew I lost. Nothing crazy because it wasn't lay in bed and gamble. Like, that's like such in the past that I'm never going back to that. And it was, but yeah, and then even just to now, earlier this week, I put in $20 and I played 68 cents a spin, and I cashed out $49 and I felt like I was rich, and that was it. And I have no urge to go and but I still have, sometimes I do have urges like, oh, let's go play Pyramid. Yeah, I go play Pyramid, but I play in demo mode and I get disgusted with that, and it didn't cost me a dime. So yeah, sure, sometimes you can win. You're like, dang it, I wish I would have put money in, but I literally go back and remember those disgusting times, and I just don't. I'm like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it for all the crappy times. It does not weigh, And again, I know this video is not so much about the pros and the cons of the online gambling, but it's pretty much just my story of what really happened in the past 2 years of, it was just, it was rough. Say Ollie, and Ollie was always here with me usually. But now while I'm pretty much done for the moment, I'm saying for the moment, but I'm fairly certain this is for good. But, we are in September, and I'm just putting it out there. Like, that's where I feel right now. Never say never, they say, but I've been feeling a lot better lately from not literally feeling better. My bank account's better. I've had people say to me, like, yeah, just don't bet as big. Just, take it. True, you can, but it's still the same thing applies. It's connected to your bank account, and you can still go overboard if you wanted to, and I don't know. It's just that losing at home, which is weird. Until you do it, you won't know what it feels like. But what I have been continuing to do, and a lot of so the casinos will send you deposit matches. Right now, Hollywood does it usually every Thursday and every Sunday. They haven't really caught on to me yet, because what I do is so if they give you a $50 bonus, like you have to, sometimes it's only 15%. So you have to deposit $335. They'll give you 50. I take that 50 and I play dollar video blackjack, $1 a hand. You got to play it through at least 50 hands. And then you're able to catch out. And most times I can usually get back anywhere between $40 and $60. Sometimes it's on the higher end, sometimes it's on the lower end, depending on how the hands are. But, you know, when I recorded this, actually yesterday and today, I got back $85 from Hollywood, and Sugar House missed me because I haven't been playing there. They gave me basically $50, which I actually turned that into $67. So I made $152, which I'm finding that so much more fun. And I like playing the video blackjack, but the video blackjack is horrible. Like, they always magically always have black. Dealer always has blackjack. But I mean, and I had one bad run on that, and that actually that was this year, when I started getting more into blackjack and stuff. Oof, that video blackjack, that was rough. But then I won it all back. How did I do that? I think I won it back on skills or something, which is crazy. Like, it was that week where I'd lose, win it all back. It was sickening that, like, I think I lost like $600 to video blackjack. Like, and that right there made me disgusted to video blackjack. And even though I got the money back, I was just like, I'm never doing that again. And, you know, you tell yourself that, and I haven't been back to that level. And I mean, and those were like $10, $15 hands, but it's just, but again, it's just, you could just be like that. While we're still in story time, like that would start with, oh, I'm just going to play $20, and boom, you're at $600, because then you start, oh shit, I'm losing, I need to chase it. And boy, can that go quick, especially if you start upping your hands. Oh my gosh. So that was kind of like a lesson learned thing, and I have no yearning to go back to that again, especially considering how the video one plays. Supposedly random, but it is random. But I don't know. There's lots of coincidences on that one, but so yeah, I could go on, and I still might, but I think that's where I'm gonna end this. Before I put this whole video together, if I have anything else to add, you might hear from me again. But I just kind of wanted to tell it from my heart. That's where I stand right now. And again, and my bank account's been thanking me. I've got so much more money in my bank account because just stopping, because at the end of the day, the casinos always win, and it's definitely a losing game. But, all right, I'm gonna end this one here. Thanks for listening.